and judge it where it's at for making the trade above or below. It's kind of cool. Can we get this to 924? That's the goal. Right now, we're just holding the 74, guys. Can we make the 74 work here and stick with us? Because that's the entry level, another one. Anything above that anything above the blue line where the body is sitting at, these two levels here are the levels they're working off now for their trades to try to push this. Like a little dot right there. There, I'll leave it right there. It's kind of cool. We got to break that little dot. See the little dot I just put up there? That's that high. We got to get past that to move this market. But you guys can see how they come back down there to 72, 71, this area right here. They pulled it all the way back down to here again, 74, 75, and go right back again. And we're trying to get this to break to go to here. This is my target, if we can get it by 11. So it's already 11. Crap. We'll give it like 5 more minutes before I get off. See if we can get it. Yeah, good morning, Riz. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself? How was your weekend?
It was good. We got out of the house this weekend, did a few things. It was, just mess around some of the parks and the little parks with beaches and all that. Just took the dogs out and just kind of walked around and looked at things. It was fun. Enjoyed it.
Oh, that's great. That's great. How was your morning so far? See, you're in a position already, pretty green.
Yeah. I was up 20,300, I think, this morning so far.
Wow, that is awesome. Congrats.
Thanks, brother. Just like to go in and get it done. But we've been holding this trade a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's almost the whole time we've been in here. Pretty much. I think we did. How much did we do, like, guys? Like $5,000. We did $5,000 in 6 minutes this morning.
Wow, that's awesome.
6 minutes. I think it was Jessica said she was new. She's learning. I hope she learned some stuff this morning from us. That's cool.
Well, I'm sure she did.
We always welcome new traders, guys. Even if you're a beginner, we don't mind. I don't mind explaining things. I started as a beginner. We all start as a beginner. No one just wakes up and does this for a living. Yeah, it's fluent. See you tomorrow, man. See you in the morning. Thanks for coming and hanging with me.
Did you see silver today?
No, I haven't a chance to look at it. I've been pretty much focused on this one.
Up 11% on the day. Silver sitting at $112.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing. I love silver.
Yeah, I'm up 14% on my position that I picked up last week.
That's cool.
Ain't it? Wake up.
It is.
Haven't even taken a trade. I'm already green. I love it.
Yep.
Later, Affluent. Have a great day. Good seeing you, my friend. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, this has been a good morning. Been a good morning.
Oh wow, coin
Yeah.
shops aren't bought.
Yeah, because they don't want to get killed writing that
Yeah,
check.
that's too high. It's too high for them to
Yeah,
risk.
because they know they can't sell it if it comes back down, they're done.
Yeah, they won't be able to move it fast enough. They'll have to sit on it. Those traditional coin shops and the exchanges.
Yep. Alrighty, guys, it's 5 after 11. I'm going to turn it over to Riz. I hope you guys enjoyed the morning with me. I'm going to jump off of here, and it's been great, man. It's been a good morning. We had a fun morning. Easy morning, guys. Just jump in, grab it, and go. And that's what we do. So I hope you
That's
guys
right,
will be
sir.
back on the morning with me. I hope you had a good day, everybody, and I hope you come back in the morning and hang with me.
You're
Yep. Have a
spoiling the
good day,
folks,
everybody.
Mike. You're spoiling
I
the
know, right?
folks, Mike. Yeah, you are. You
It's
have
all right.
yourself a great day.
You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. I'm gonna take my stream down and talk to you guys later. Bye,
Alrighty,
everybody.
sir. We'll see you.
Bye bye.
Yup, butter toast. Inspirational as always, right? Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are lucky to have Mike back. I'm glad to have Mike back, and welcome to the midday show. We got 30 minutes left till the close of the London Power Hour, and we're an hour out from New York lunch. So hope you guys and gals are ready. Still got a lot of trading day left. Now let's see if we can make some money the rest of the afternoon. Hey, what's up, Blasky? I see you. How you doing, sir? How you doing? You ready for your session tonight? Hey, don't forget, for you pajama traders or after hours traders, we've got some fantastic coaches here in the evening session as well. That's right. Starting at 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, you can catch Coach Breezy at 7 or Coach Blasky at 8 p.m. So you don't want to miss it. If you guys are looking for a great community to trade with and vibe with in the evening session and get your learn on, those guys there, they're killing it in the after hours session. So you don't want to miss them. What's up, LP? How's it going? Blasky? Hello. No, I didn't make out as good as you guys did. I should have been in here in the morning. I was working on some graphics and stuff, so I was tied up with that in the morning session. I was in a couple of trades though. I'm only up like 339 in an eval that I picked up last week, but I'm up I'm up 1,548, so I'm already past the 50% mark, and that was my goal for the day. Is I want to get to at least the 50% mark, so now my target is a lot smaller. Although I am eyeing to see if we might catch something here. We're still kind of ranging. We're at the top of the range though. It's been a slow grind to the upside though. I don't want to fight this. And there goes NQ pushing that top side again. I've been keeping an eye on Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin has just been selling all morning. Pretty interesting. It looked like BTC in the morning session was going to catch itself a nice bid, possibly regain some of the selling that it had in the overnight session, but unfortunately it didn't. It's been more of the same, just downward. We got that nice push in the morning. I thought that it was going to rip like the way NASDAQ did, but unfortunately not. Not a lot of confidence in the crypto sector still. But that's probably due to all the uncertainty going on right now. Let's take a look at, whoa, look at that. Silver's like right off the chart. I wish I would have bought more silver last week. I am so like impressed with that. That is just, but then again, you know what? I own the shares. So it's not even like I'm owning contracts. So that Something totally different that I very, very rarely do. Looks like looks like silver is making a nice little bull flag right there. Might be getting ready for its next breakout. Holy Toledo. What is gold looking like? Let's take a look at gold and see if gold might be lagging. It was lagging earlier. It's only up 2.37% for the day, whereas silver is up 11% for the day. Can you guys believe that? 11%. Incredible. What an incredible move on silver. Holy Toledo. Did you guys see what was the other one? Was it natural gas? I think natty gas is the same thing too. Up 20% on the morning session. Check that out. But, with the current climate conditions and stuff like that, pretty much to be expected. Whoa, I'm up 17% now on this silver trade. Didn't even notice that. Let's go back over to gold. A little bit of a pullback here. Looks like some people are starting to load up on some gold cons too. Oh, that's a nice little pullback right there, getting on gold now. See what the overall market is doing. Still, ES is holding a nice flag. It's been a slow grind all day for ES, not gonna lie. It's been a super slow grind on ES the whole day. Bitcoin looks like it wants to make its next leg down, pushing those lows now. It might even break Sunday. Oh, this is where it popped up. Wow, that's crazy. I had a decent long entry, but I got stopped out on it. But like the overall market, people have been trying to short NQ all morning. I know that. I've been hearing it across the spectrum. Let's take a look at, let's see. I gotta find, where's my other chart? My charts are all kind of all over the place right now. The Russell kind of finding a base here at this low. But it looking fairly weak. It has been just rejecting all morning as well. It's been a sell-off since the opening session on the Russell. The Russell is just just rolling down all morning. I'll show you guys here. Let's take a look at the Russell. There's your open right here. Open right here. You got a nice push up. And then all of a sudden it just rejected it. It just has been selling for the last little over an hour. An hour of just nonstop selling. But like I said, looks like it might be finding itself at a base here. Possibly, but still looking weak in my eyes. I'm people. You are people, LP. All right, let's go back to the Russell. Let's take a look at the Dow and see what the Dow is doing. Ooh, look at that. Dow's making a bear flag here at the bottom. That's really interesting. That is very interesting. Huh. See, I don't like the way ES has been doing because ES, even though it's been slow grinding, it's not really making a a significant move to the upside. If anything, it just looks like it's just been consolidating with the rejection. Oh, you're the people shorting NQ. Big earnings today. I feel you on that. I've taken a few hits trying to short BTC so far in the morning session. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I've gotten stopped out a few times. I'm like 9% down on the cash port right now. Not too bad, but I'm ready for my next trade though. This is the time. This is the time to get it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time to get it. Oh, that sell. Could we get it? Could we get that sell? Could we get the real sell now? That's the better question. 53, 52, 51. Huh. I've gone both ways on it. I'm not gonna lie, LP. I flip-flopped on it. I went short long. I missed the long at the open though, but it's so hard to catch the long at the open. That is not my trade, unfortunately. Silver is breaking out even further. Oh my god. We're up almost 19% on that share. A single share I'm already up. 19%. That's crazy. Incredible. It's a nice gain on it too. It's gonna make it hard for me to wanna buy more shares this week. LP, I'll hold your hand any day, brother. I'll hold your hand any day. As long as you're leading us in the way of Quan, I'm right there with you, brother. Oh, that's funny. Russell looks like it just wants to keep going down. CS looking like CES is starting to come down. Testing the 9. EMAs are starting to roll over. Let's see what happens though. A buyer's stepping in a little here to try to carry it back up. Try to take it back up to that supply zone at 6,988 on ES. Oh, there it goes. Now it's starting to break. Steve, we rugging 888. It looked like we did. It looks like we just rugged it. Now, if we get a good sell, we could get a nice sell down if the bears can really take it. Although you can see the 200ers right there. So it'll be really interesting to see what we do at this range. It's at 25,855. Hey, what's up, Jeddah? Good morning to you out there on YouTube. I see you said what? What? Good morning. Did you have a question or something, or did I was I not quite clear on something that I might have said? If you got a question, throw it in chat. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Hey, good morning, Iceberg. Good to see you out there on Kick. Good to see you. All right, there's that 200 test I was talking about. Oh no, I didn't want it that big. All right, perfect. Wait. Oh, there it is. I needed that one. I was missing that one. All right, there's that 200. Look at that. Look at that bounce off of it. Who would have known, right? Oh man, unless you're on those short time frames, you won't even know it's there. Russell bouncing off of the by the reversal spot right there. So that's actually where the Russell is bouncing off of. NQ. Yeah, we're still in the middle of the range. Don't forget, we got that breakout range on NQ above us at 25,906. That is my high side breakout target right there. That we get above that, you might see some explosive actions to the upside. Looks like we're getting ready to make that next leg up here, coming out of New York lunch or coming out of London Power Hour. That's pretty interesting. That is a pretty interesting setup right there. They're gonna try to keep the bullish trend intact going in. I like it. I'll take it. And look at that. And keep ripping towards the top side again. We should have gotten in on that action there on the 200. Instead of me talking about it, I should have been trying to take an entry on it. That's what I should have been trying to do. I would have shorted the bottom of that wick and got wrecked. Yep. Hey, no worries. That's what we're here for. Teamwork makes the dream work, right, Jaja? Yeah, it's super helpful having an extra set of eyes that's looking at different time frames and seeing different things, because then it's like, okay. Sometimes I get a little sidetracked. I know that the lower time frames are difficult to follow, but I do have higher time frames. But we're looking for entries, and if you want an entry, you gotta be on the low time frame, to find that bottom or that top of that wick you're trying to take an entry on. All right, let's see here. What is happening? Close to the breakout point, right at what is that? Right here. SPY. there we go. A little bit of targets there. You know, the one thing I didn't do is I didn't do the 15-minute opening range break. Since we're not chatting in the mornings like we used to. I haven't been talking about it as much. Let me get rid of these guys. Don't need these here. And let's bring the orb up. Really get lost in the because you'll see stuff that's not really actually taking place. You know, the biggest thing about it is you always have to keep track of what the trend is doing, and you know, depending on the mini cycle you're in, you know, because you might be in a small pullback for 20 minutes, and it's not a bigger trend than that. It's just a pullback. That's what used to get me until I started to kind of get an understanding of how to balance the time frames. So like most times I'll stay with one trade side. I won't flip. You know, if the trend is to the upside, I will always just be looking for longs. You know, so that way if I get trapped in the worst thing that'll happen is I will get trapped in a good position. And that's always what you want. You want to get trapped on the winning side of it so that you can trail it. You know, that becomes the difficult part of like counter trend trading. You know, if you're trying to short this, the higher likelihood is you're going to have just scalps. You're just going to be scalping pullbacks. And you have a higher likelihood that you could get trapped in the opposite side of the position going against you, you know? And then, you know, some people want to start scaling in at that point, but that takes a different understanding of how you manage your account and your portfolio. You know, you got to understand, you know, the drawdown and stuff like that from scaling in. You know what, Kuda, that's the great thing about having trade buddies, you know, because then you can kind of understand, you know, then you can understand how they're trading. You know, I wasn't always good at scaling into positions, and I still prefer to have a single contract to where I just manage a single position than multiple. And it really depends on where I'm at in the day, how much money I've made, things like that. Because, you know, you add more contracts, then you have more leverage. And if the position goes against you, you can have a bigger loss. So, you know, for me, it's all incremental. You know, the beginning morning, it's usually a lighter stack of contracts, not as heavy as a position, to where I can build a bankroll for the morning session. Because then it allows me to have the flexibility to say, all right, I'm already up, you know, I'm up 1,000, I'm up 4,000. Now I can start to scale in a little bit higher and shoot for a bigger, you know, profit target, things like that. At least that's how I do it, you know. Everybody's different. You know, what makes sense and what works for you and how you can manage your emotions really comes into that. You know, how do you balance those things? Am I up on the day? On futures, yes. On options, I'm down like 8.75% for the day. So I'm a little bit green on one, a little red there. I took a crypto trade earlier. I'm a little down on that, but we're okay. We're just kind of rolling with the punches and stuff. Yeah, I'm trading multiple indices, and that's how I offset my losses. You know, so like, you know, if I get a banger trade on a SPY or BTC or a NASDAQ, and if I'm losing on another side, it creates that. It's almost like I'm leveraging my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm hedging. I'm hedging my trades sometimes. Or the easier thing is that you go long, you could take long positions in options, if you have confidence that there's more upside while you're scalping in futures. Sometimes I'll do that as well, you know. So I know some traders had mentioned, some things about trading stocks and options, but it's just one of those things. It's a natural progression. If you're going to be educated in the market, why limit yourself to just one aspect of the market? The market offers so many different ways to make money. Wouldn't you want to have every one of those opportunities in your arsenal? If you're going to sit here and be learning and understanding how to leverage your money and make it work for you, then why not make it work for you in ways that you never have before? Study different, learn the Greeks, or learn, maybe not even learn the Greeks, but maybe even learn like to hold something that has some interest to you or value to you. Like me, I've been after trying to get into race. I want to own shares of Ferrari. I like Ferrari. I want a Ferrari, but it's like 450 a share. So it's a lot more of it's a much higher, what was the word I'm looking for? It's a higher commitment for me. It's a much higher commitment than I'm willing to put myself in at this point. So I chose silver. I want something that has a good capability of running, something I like and I believe in. And, I found silver to meet that kind of merit. That I'm not really worried about making a ton of money off of silver, to be honest with you. I'd love to make a ton of money, but it's not really my biggest concern. My biggest concern about that is that I want to get to the end of the year. If I can get to the end of the year and continue accruing silver, like say for instance, I will have 100 shares at the end of the year. And then I have a different type of portfolio at that point that I can manipulate in a different manner. That maybe I do want to go for race. All right, it's $400 a share. Maybe I can't buy, 100 of them, but I could start slowly building that position for myself on the backside. So there's different ways. I definitely suggest looking at the market. Good eyes on that, Judge. Absolutely. Nice push on NASDAQ to the upside, getting above that breakout level now. If you guys looked at my levels that I posted this morning, I see if we keep holding. We're 3 minutes past the London close. Thanks to our friends across the pond. We will see them later this afternoon or later this evening for the London Open. All right, we're coming into the breakout level. Can we hold this? Establish a base so we can take our next leg up? I'd like to see that. Looks like that 888 got taken out real quick, right? We just went for it and tapped it, and then we just made a U-turn and burned out. Still holding that level now. Let's see if we can just hold this and keep going up. Kind of a good time to range it. Coming into New York lunch. Or they could just sell it. They could literally just start selling it here. That would be the scary thing, is if they start selling it here. Because you got a good range you could get sold down to. Let's go take a look at the Russell real quick. I want to see what the small caps are doing. Small caps are starting to catch a bid. Looks like the EMAs are starting to roll over as well. Pretty decent pullback for it. Range. Well under the open. Let's see. Wow. They filled that opening range. All right, let's get back to NASDAQ. Oh, there's that next leg up. Let's see. Come on, let's do it. Let's push it, Nas. Let's see. Let's look at the 9-minute and see what we're doing here. Got like 3 minutes, 56 seconds left on it. Not holding it. Starting to lose it. Not digging it. Look like the EMAs are going to start to roll over. Maybe we will get a sell here into New York lunch. What do you guys think? Will they sell it? The 9-minute is pulling back, but it did open above the prior. Unless this is all just part of the pullback. Still got a minute 30 seconds left on this 9-minute candle. It's like gold actually took a nasty little sell. Took a nasty dip. See what silver did. Not so much with silver. Silver's still holding fairly strong here. These levels. Heck, looks like silver wants to rip. Looks like it wants to rip some faces off. See, I'm seeing some interesting stuff about silver across the intrawebs right now. About short squeezes happening on silver. I know some folks that were talking about that last year. You know, it was kind of the thesis, the idea that, you know, in November I wanted to start taking silver because I had a funny feeling that, you know, it might take a little long, but we might be at that. This is a good time that, you know, interesting. We're also pushing further down. NQ seeming to follow suit now. EMAs are rolling over. Let's take a short on this. We'll put a stop above that breakout spot. We'll get that wick right there. And we're going to see if we can ride this bad boy down to that 4-hour support at 876. See if we can take it down to there. I know a few folks have been trying to short silver along with me. Hey, we're coming up to New York lunch. Come on, take some profit, guys. Right? Come on down. I would say the water's warm, but it's not. It's freaking cold. It is cold outside, folks. It's starting to get a little warm in here. I might have to take off this hoodie. Come on. Bitcoin starting to sell. Goes in Q. Starting to get that dip now. So we can get that New York lunch sale. What do you guys think? I think we could see it. What did I have earlier? I had 24s. They're at 28 cents now. Oh. Bulls are trying. All right, there she goes. Come on. Give us that real sell. Come on, give us that sell going into New York lunch. Come on, do it. I dare you. Come on, do it. Give us that nice New York lunch sell. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Do it. Come on. Come on, sell it. Come on. Sell it. Come on, do it. Please don't pull it back. I'm like, please don't pull it back. Come on. All right, let's move our stop into the money. Steve slapping the ask at 888. Let's keep it. Let's keep slapping that ask at 888. Dang it. Can we break below it though? That's the real question. Oh my God, they're trying to buy it. Come on. Come on, don't buy it. Come on, stuff it. Stuff it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do that to me. Oh my God. I'm going to get stopped out on this. Come on, stuff it down. Stuff it down. Come on, Bears. You can do it. Get us down there, 888. Come on, you're right there. There you go. There you go. Come on, stuff it. Stuff it. Stuff it. Stuff it. Send it down. Come on, do it. Oh, stopped out. Dang it. I just took my stop out on both my positions. I'm right back where I was. God bless. Oh man, that's disgusting, man. They came in, they took that from me. They took that from me just to stop me out on this position. Chihuitas. Indigo silver breaking out. Look at that. It goes NQ to the upside. Yeah, you're right on that, anonymous. That is correct. It is up 107% in the last 5 days. How about that? How about that? Talk about being on the wrong side, the wrong trade, right? Oh yeah, it's better. Whew. Yeah, it's getting warm in here. That thing swings like crazy. Yeah, it does. If you want another one that swings pretty crazy, check out heating and oil. Heating and oil can do the same thing as well. It's all seasonal though. You got to pay attention to the season. Oh, I've kind of made up for those. That's crazy. Then I can't believe Bitcoin is just, might be catching a bid. Bitcoin might be coming back. Can it come back? I don't know. I honestly don't know if it can come back. I think it's just, ay, chihuahua. It's got me. It's got me. It's got me twisted. I'm hearing GME is ripping. I was hearing some news that they were going to unload their crypto shares. They were going to unload their Bitcoin. They moved all their crypto over to Coinbase. Yeah, starting to pull back a little. Still rejecting that range. Look, see, we have not made a single move on NQ, on ES. It's just been barcoding. Look at that. Look how terrible that looks. That's gross. Very bullish though. Looks like a bull flag right here. It's one of those things. How long is it gonna take? How long is this thing gonna take to break out? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have 5 minutes till New York lunch. Don't forget, New York lunch means we will lose a little bit more volume in the market. We just had the London Power Hour close about, 25 minutes ago. In 5 minutes, we have New York lunch happening. So expect the institutional buyers to exit the market for their lunch. And we'll see a little bit of a loss of volume in the market. But being that we're up where we're at, maybe we'll see some sellers take control. Maybe retail sellers can take control, give us a pullback into maybe the opening range. That way coming out of New York lunch, we'll have a nice basis that we can kind of plateau from and use as a launch to launch up and take the next leg up if we're going to continue up to the upside. Well, we shall see. Right now, NQ is holding, but we got 4 minutes. Let's see what happens. Russell's still selling, not giving us what we want. And don't forget, we did have a sell that dropped on Friday. That's $100. That's $100 for 100K premium. That's right. Use Flash 100K. Sells ends Friday at market close. If you guys are looking for a great deal on a 100K account, now's the time to get one. As well as we still have our, Welcome 26 for new traders. If you're a new trader, you are entitled to a half off for your first account. So you can get yourself a launch plan for under $30 with the Welcome 26. Don't want to miss that. Take advantage of that sell. FOMC happening on Wednesday. Probably going to keep rates where they are, but it's also likely that Trump will announce his next Fed chair pick at that time too, to undercut the authority of Powell and to get the market to begin to price in some cuts. Yeah, the problem with that is, unfortunately, regardless of who Trump puts in, I think he's at the point that he's ticking off the feds enough to where whoever he puts in, they may just make that guy's life a living hell. I mean, think about it. You got all these guys. The good old boy system's happening in the Fed. All these guys are buddies. They're friends. They go out to lunch together. They're homies. They know their families. You know what I'm saying? They have work relationships. So for some outsider to come in that's going to kibosh, I don't think it's going to happen. I think whoever they put in with what Trump's doing, I think this is going to really twist the Fed to really turn up the heat and really be independent, I don't see how he's going to catch more flies with salt, in other words. He's over there throwing shade at Powell and doing all that. I don't think he's going to get what he wants. And I don't think the Fed's going to give him anything. I don't think they're going to budge a bit. I think they're going to let him bring in whoever he wants. And, we're going to see more of the same dog and pony show. As it is, Cook's not getting fired. So if Cook doesn't get fired, J Powell's not going to get touched. We can pretty much guess. There ain't nothing going to happen to J Powell. It will be an interesting situation because, that's how I see it. Why are people going to want to do something for some rando that comes in the office that's the president's lackey, in other words, I don't think they're going to give him any room. I think they're going to make his life just difficult. They'll have their scapegoat now if they put someone in the Fed chair. The market's still rejecting. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to New York lunch. Make sure you guys get up, stand up, grab yourself a cup of coffee, a glass of water, a bagel, because we got a whole lot of trading left in the day. And a great day at that as well. You got me for another hour. Then we have Power Hour starting later this afternoon with Coach Becky, Coach Matt, and you guys don't want to miss that play-by-play action in Power Hour. Got my first squeezed OJ. Oh, nice. Man, GME is breaking out. Wow. Whew. That thing is moving. Silver up almost 13% for the day. Hurrah. Let's go silver. Precious metals making moves in the market today. And Bitcoin, well, what can we say about Bitcoin? What do we want to say about Bitcoin? Do we want to say anything about Bitcoin? That's the better question. Do we want to even talk about this thing? What a shame. It looked like we were going to get that nice pivot, that happened on Sunday. It started much later. Oh, wow. 44.5. Wow. NQ got a nice candle wick right there. Going into New York lunch. Maybe we're going to have a bullish New York lunch. We could have a trending lunch. It's not unheard of. Imagine if you guys were long with Mike and still holding that position. Shoo-wee. We doing all right today. We doing all right. Wow. Market's really pushing up to the upside now. That's insane. Look at that push on NASDAQ. Breaking intraday. Oh, wow. That's a strong candle to the upside. Wow. Making a new intraday high at 25,936. There's that breakout now. Looks like that breakout is on now, ladies and gentlemen. Breakout is on. That means you got a 2603 target for upside. If we can continue the upside move, that would be my upside target. Wow. This is crazy. What an insane move to the upside. 5 minutes into the top of the hour, team. Oh, wow. Dang, that's expensive. Dang. I was looking at the pro shares on silver. It's at 3x. But the contracts are like $49, $48. Whew. Too expensive for my blood. Market kind of slowing down here. I'm going to see if I can take a short on this. I'm trying. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Is that the high of the day? Let's see if this could be the high of the day for us. That would be sick if that was the high of the day for us, right? We'll see. Oh man, look at that. Look at that move. Yes. That is going to be it. I'm going to move my stop 50 like always. All right, we're stopped out at 50. Let's hold this thing. Oh man, silver is breaking out still. Whew. Dang. That's a great trade right there. All right, we're 12 minutes into New York lunch. What's going to happen here? Seller's going to take it, bring us into, give us some lows here. Can the Bears take this from the Bulls? Still sitting on those lows. Let's see. Let's see. Bulls are trying. SPY is starting to slip. All right, we're holding pretty well here on this short. Just kind of sitting in it now, waiting for price to just continue to move downward. But bulls are holding it. Holding that 9 EMA fairly well. We'll see. It's kind of interesting. ES looks like it's actually making a higher high. It's going for the high side of it while NQ is pushing down. Who's lying? The Russell is basing. Looks like it might be, might catch a bid. Doesn't look good for it right now. The NQ short is working really, really good for us. Let's move that stop into the 25,918. It guarantees us 150 off this trade. Let's see if we can continue to the downside on this. See what she gives us. Nice little rejection candle here on this 9 minute. But will it just give us a little bit of a pullback? Or, what is it going to do? NQ still holding off that breakout spot. I'm going to lower my stop. I'll move right to the top of that wick. That way, if it starts to turn around, we're just out. I'm not gonna even. Okay, we're out. It's ES that's giving me that look right there. See, ES is pushing to the high side. That's why I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Could we catch that bid? All right, ES is somewhat pulling back, like we kind of thought it would. Russell rejected the breakout to try to catch a bid. Looks like it's kind of translating over to the rest of the market. Whew. Yup, that's right. It is there. I'm up 20, almost 21% on my silver position. Whoop whoop. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm so impressed with that. That's just making me happy. Not my Bitcoin. My Bitcoin trades are worthless. They are worthless. I even went closer to the strike on a Bido call, and that's down too. It's crazy. Silver rejecting 115.68. Looks like Bitcoin is also pushing further into those morning lows yet again. And keep pushing. And keep pushing that high side again. Let's go. Let's see if it can do it. Can it do it? It looks like we're starting to rip. Oh, looks like we're catching a nice bid now. We're going to break out here in the market on a Monday. We're going to have a killer breakout on a Monday. I hope so. I'm here for it. I am here for it, team. Russell's starting to catch that bid. Oh, man, I messed up. I could have gotten some at the money calls for like 16 cents. They're sitting at 20 cents now. Hesitation killed the cat. That's what they say. About 4 minutes from the bottom of the hour. How's everybody doing in chat? Chat's pretty quiet. You guys doing all right? What are you guys looking at? Anybody looking at anything? Anybody still managing a long position on NASDAQ from Mike's call early this morning? I hope a few of you guys were. Dang, those calls are at 24 cents now. Jesus Christ. They got juiced. Oh, bless. Oh, it smells like somebody's making some barbacoa in my kitchen. I'm getting kind of hungry myself. I am ready for New York lunch. You're waiting for the next move up on gold? Bro, I should have bought more silver last week. And I was on the fence if I should buy more. I was like, I should have. I should have just bought more. But, hindsight is always like that, right? Like silver is getting ready to go. You mentioned gold. Let's take a gander at gold, my friend. Yep. Still struggling on the 200 on the one. It's got to get over this in the EMAs. I would be keep an eye out on 50.86. See if we can get above that. You get above that, you should be golden. You'll be looking at your next level at 5,094 on gold. That's what I would anticipate. Let's take a look at what gold options chain is looking like here in the morning session. Yeah, it's pretty tilted to the long side. Like 1, 2, 3. Man, 0 DTE is like three points out the money. They're going for on gold. So it looks like there's some traders that they've got conviction that this thing's gonna go up. And it's expensive. Like at the money calls on gold right now, stupid expensive. Let's take a look at silver. God, man. Why couldn't I have swung a call last week and just bought the call instead of that? It probably would have been cheaper or as much for me to have rolled a call out. Let me see what a 7-day out call would have. Oh, no, probably not. Well, maybe. It wouldn't have been that bad. Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad because I bought this at 86. Damn. I can't believe I bought my shares at $86. Crazy. A little bit of a rejection here. Seeing that across the board, NASDAQ, ES, pushing further down. Starting to get that rejection now here at the top. Ooh, sorry about that, MJ. Silver trying to put a new intraday high in. Whew. Man, this is crazy. The silver position is rocking and rolling. Well, there goes silver breaking out again. Oh my God. Silver is breaking out of intraday highs. Look at that. Breaking 115. Oh my God. Silver is breaking out so hard here. What if this is the squeeze? What happens if the squeeze is happening? This could be crazy. I know we could see something like a GME squeeze happen on silver. That's basically what the thought is that if we continue to squeeze, we will get to that kind of, we will be doing those kind of levels because you'll have margin calls on players across the spectrum, and there's probably a lot of people that are short on silver right now. This is crazy. Oh, this is halted, huh? Sorry, team. It's getting, it's just a little slow. We're coming into the end of New York lunch. We've only got 20 minutes left. So, I'm sure there's a lot of uncertainty on what's going to happen. So far, not much of a move here during New York lunch, a little bit of consolidation, still holding the breakout level. Looked like we were going to break out. Looked like we are just going to rip faces off and go to those upside targets. But right now, not looking like it. Even IWN starting to catch a little bit of a rejection here. Let's see what price does as we get closer to the end of New York lunch. Woo! Silver sitting at 116. Let's go. Up almost 15% for the day. I'm almost up 22% on my position on silver. Oh, man, that is so cool. All right, let's go. Let's look at everything else. Bitcoin's starting to kind of catch a bid, maybe. What are we going to do here, Bitcoin? Didn't give it up, didn't drop completely out. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing. Yeah, the consolidation here in the afternoon session is just, it's tough. It's tough. I myself have not taken any positions in this now. It's just too choppy for me. I've been looking. I'm waiting. We're locked and loaded, but man, we are not getting anything out of this thing. Bounce yet again off the 200. Still holding it. Still holding the upside trend. Have not given it up. Doesn't mean it can't change though. The Russell is looking like it wants to roll as well. Could this be the sell into coming out of New York lunch? Oh my goodness, there goes. There goes a sell. Let's do it. Come on, Bears. Can the Bears take the market now? Let's take a look at ES and see what ES is doing. Hasn't moved yet. Has not made the move. Has not made the dip down that NASDAQ has made. Can we finally get the sell out of this thing? It's taken us a good chunk of time. Coming out of New York lunch, are they going to dip us and sell us? Well, finally getting that break. Can we get the dip though? Bulls trying to buy that NQ move. Really interesting that the S&P has held up a lot better than NASDAQ has. S&P has just held on to the 9. You can see that all morning. Not as volatile as NASDAQ has been. And definitely not the range that the Russell has had. Could we finally get that sell though? Can it finally give it up? You know, if it gives it up, it ought to give you a nice sell down. We know short sellers are in there holding it, trying to short this thing. Can they finally get their wish? Can we get our wish of a nice little sell? A nice little midday flush? We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. Got 12 minutes left of New York lunch. NQ finally making that break. Breaking 25,891. I think what Steve's number is 888. So let's see if we can get down to 888 again. Oh, these puts are ripping. I went ahead and picked up some XSP puts, some 695s. They were just at the money. They were 35 cents. They're sitting at 40 now. I'm gonna move my stop in the money on these guys just in case. I've already lost a few bucks today in the cash port. And we're trying to get green. We're trying to get green and make a little money. Can we get it? I like 15 cents out the money. Come on, give us a sell, baby. Let's go. Come on. Come on, get that sell. Come on, Bears, you can do it. Come on. Come on, do it. Dang. Come on. They don't want to sell it. I'm trying to hold it right there. They're trying to hold this thing. What's NQ doing? Oh, I just got stopped out. Man, at the same, why am I, man, I am not making any money on any of these positions I'm getting stopped out on. Oh, man, this is so frustrating. Oh. I mean, I'm not losing money, but I'm not making up any money either, you know? I mean, I barely made a penny per contract on the stop. Man, these stops are kicking my butt. But they're saving my profit. They're saving my capital. So I can't really, I mean, I got to just stay where I'm at, you know? I'm not here to lose money, here to make money. Oh, man, there go those contracts again. Jeez. Hi-ho silver. Pushing 116.60. Let's go. The squeeze is on silver, ladies and gentlemen. The squeeze is on silver. Look at that. Pushing 15% for the day. Something is happening. Something is happening because you know what? There's no reason for silver to be up 15% where gold is only up 2%. So it means that there have to be positions that are getting squeezed out. Coach Matt is buying. He probably is. He probably is. That's the only reason. I don't even want to buy at these levels right now. I don't want to buy right now. It's too expensive. I got to wait for a little bit of a more tame session on it. No, you got 6 minutes to the end of New York lunch team. What is going to happen? Will we continue that upside trend? Will the EMAs hold and carry the market to intraday highs? I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see, team. We're going to have to wait and see, team. But I will let you know this. I will be stepping out here in the next 5 minutes. I'll be leaving. I'll be cutting out an hour early today just because I've got a meeting for a project I'm working on with the team. So I'll be stepping out for about an hour. But don't worry. We still got Power Hour, team. You've got all our great coaches here, Coach Matt, Coach Becky coming in for Power Hour, and you definitely do not want to miss that. That's gonna be a great session with those coaches. Oh man, now it's finally dipping after I got stopped out on that. Oh my God. Oh, my money back. Oh man, I tell you. I was sitting pretty nice in those cons too. Jeez Louise. Oh man, now those contracts are 45 cents. So like NQ and ES are trying to break this downtrend. Can regain and try to get back up to the highs and start making its upward move. We are under the 200 though here on NQ on the 30-second, probably under the minute as well. Nope, not under it on the minute yet. It does look like the bulls are trying to step in though, carry this. Now going into New York lunch, we did have an upside trend on the market. So just kind of keep that in the back burner, you know, that was there. All right, team. Looks like I'm going to have to dip out here, make my meeting. So, hey, thanks again, team, for joining us this afternoon in the morning session. Don't forget, you guys can catch Mike here every single morning and myself popping in after his morning session, running all the way into, 1 p.m. Eastern. And that's normally Monday through Friday. And then you can catch our other great coaches come in at power hour till market close. So don't forget, you got Coach Becky, Coach Matt coming in for Power Hour this afternoon. You don't want to miss them. All right, team, as always, thank you again from all of us at Blue Sky. Don't forget about our great sales. We got that 100K premium account on sale for $100 and the Welcome 26, 50% off sale for new account holders. So don't forget about those great sales. As always, good luck in the market. My DMs are open. Hope to hear from you guys. If you guys need anything, want me to take a look at a chart, I'm always more than willing to help you all out. Sorry we didn't have any afternoon, mid-afternoon trades. It was kind of a rough session, but pretty choppy. Hopefully the afternoon session will provide something better for you guys. As always, don't marry your bias and always protect those gains. All right, team, have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow.